Hi guys, thanks for coming on and joining me tonight. I said I would come on this evening and share with you about sort of my Snuggle challenge to you and how that's been affecting my marriage, and I wanted to share that with you because I have been doing this for the last probably week and a half, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe about a week and a half, and I wanted to come on and just give you some of the things that I have been noticing since Austin and I have been snuggling more. Now, if you guys didn't know, Austin's love language is physical touch, and he loves to snuggle and hug and cuddle, but I sort of struggle with that because I just have a lot of skin irritations and things bothering me, and I'm not really the one that is as touchy-feely in those ways, mainly because I can't take it. So, I tend to not enjoy snuggling as much, and I don't usually initiate it. I struggle to initiate that because it's not something that I enjoy as far as it just bothers my body. In fact, right now, something is irritating my skin. And if you guys watch me on Scope, you're going to see I'm constantly doing all this stuff. Why? Because stuff is bothersome to me. So, maybe about a week and a half ago, I just decided that I was going to ask Austin if we could hold each other before we go to sleep every night. And I decided to do that because, one, I know that that's his love language, something that resonates with him and he appreciates. But also, I have just been really thinking about, if you've ever heard of Kangaroo Care, where when you have a baby, a brand new baby, and you're supposed to put them on your chest and be touching them, and how that's supposed to help you bond with your baby and be a comfort to them. And just, there's all these benefits to it, and I know that all my natural mamas and natural daddies watching the Scope will probably know a lot more benefits to Kangaroo Care than I do, but it's something we did with our kids, and I just kind of thought, physical touch like that is so important. If it's something we recommend for our babies to be done when they're newborns as ways to bond and help them develop and grow, why aren't we doing this as grown-ups? Why aren't we spending more time just hugging each other and loving on each other physically in a non-sexual way? I mean, it would be the same thing as sitting on the couch with your kids and holding them, which I'm actually still kind of pretty terrible about. So in the past years, I've had to really be intentional about sitting down and telling my kids, come sit beside me, let me hold you, let me hug you, let me touch you, because we as humans need that touch. And so I have been asking Austin if we could do this every night, and it's kind of difficult because it's hot and we're sweating, and it can be a little bit difficult, but I have found that just holding one another for a couple of minutes every night has made a big attitude change for me. I don't know if you guys have ever made a move before, but there is a severe amount of stress that comes with moving. And we have moved several times. We have never moved across the country before. And I'll tell you that the process has just taken it out of us. It has been very difficult, and we've both been on edge because there is so many things that go down with picking up your family and moving. And while we've been here for almost 2 months in this area, we still don't have licenses, and our cars haven't been moved over, and we're still trying to work out things with a house that we own, and we are switching things over still. We've been switching bank accounts and credit cards and all this stuff, getting memberships at the big box stores here. It's just so many details in addition to acclimating to new jobs. So we have had a lot of stress. When there's a lot of stress, when there's a lot of outside things coming on, it can cause fighting and sort of kind of being off with one another. And Tammy over at Married and Naked, I don't know if you've ever read her blog. If you want to check Tammy out, Tammy Green, it's married-naked, married-and-naked. Don't forget those dashes, okay? Not good. And I can probably go try to find her website and put it here in the link, or you can just look up Tammy Green. She sent out an email, I don't know, probably last week or 2 weeks ago, that said she and her husband had just been kind of off. And so what do you do when you're kind of off? And how do you get back on with each other? And she was just kind of describing the kind of stuff that Austin and I have experienced. I'm sure you have too, and this isn't the only time we've experienced it. Like, there's nothing going on between us. There's not like a real fight happening or anything, but we're just off or just missing the mark. And likely a lot of that is due to the fact that we are stressed or tired or adjusting, or we're just, a little bit overly sensitive. So things that wouldn't normally bother us are bothering us, and it seems personal attack or something. Things are just off. And you can't really put your finger on it, so it's like, I don't even know what issue to address here. Like, I don't even have an issue to address because there's nothing really wrong. We're just kind of off with each other. Like, you're saying something that I'm taking offense to, and you're going, well, why are you upset by this? And I'm going, I don't know, but it's bothering me. So what I have found is that just taking that 5 to 10 minutes every night and holding each other has really just changed my mood. I can't even tell you why. I can't explain that to you. I don't know why, but I haven't felt as off. Personally, like emotionally myself, I've not felt as off. I haven't felt as off with Austin either. And so my challenge to you is this: if you're not spending time in the day cuddling up with your spouse, I encourage you to do that. It doesn't have to lead to sex. It doesn't have to be sex. In fact, this is a very different thing than sex. Sex is not the same as cuddling. I mean, you can cuddle before sex, you can cuddle after sex. I mean, those things can happen, but it's not the same thing. So don't think, well, we had sex today, so we have spent enough time touching. This is a very different kind of touch. And so I encourage you to just try it. Try it for a week and a half, and see what kind of difference it makes in your marriage and in your relationship. Does it make you feel more fond of your spouse? Do you feel more relaxed? I mean, just kind of like figure out your own emotions on this, because I can tell you that for me, my attitude is softened just in general. Like, I don't feel nearly as out, just kind of off in my life right now because of that, because we need human connection. And I actually suggest you do the same thing if you have a child that is a problem child. If you've got a kid that you are really struggling with, like maybe y'all have the same personality because, you're going to have that, right? Or you're just kind of off with your kids, I really suggest that you hold them, that you just carve out some time in the days to snuggle with them. And for whatever reason, guys, somebody might have a scientific explanation behind it. I don't. It really softens your attitude towards them and their attitude towards you. It does heal things in the relationship and fix things. Not everything. I mean, not major crisis, maybe, but it certainly can't hurt during a major crisis to spend time snuggling and hugging your spouse or your kids or whoever, in your life that you're close to, that you're struggling with. So that's my encouragement to you. I wanted to share with you some of my own personal experiences, because it's really important that you guys understand that my marriage is not perfect, and we are going through marriage just like everyone else. We are going through relationship situations just like everyone else, and we want to be honest with you and open, so that you can see, hey, even couples that appear to be strong do have things that they struggle with and that they have difficult time with. So that's my encouragement with you guys tonight. If you want to find out what else we've been blogging about, go to lovehoopadventure.com. If you want just sex tips, go to IamTheSexTalkLady.com. And I'll talk with you guys later.